Okay, so here's how it's gonna go today, guys. This is David with the Bros Rebuild here. So what I got going on is I got a 2002 Subaru Impreza. Currently the clutch is out of it. I'm going to be changing the clutch. You know, I got to put a different radiator in. I had to do some mods to it. From what I can tell, the motor isn't stock. From what I've seen for receipts and what I've found in the car, it's been in a couple accidents, but it looks like the last kid that had this took really good care of the car. I mean, he straightened out the body the best he could. He did this, he did that. He did rebuild the motor. There is only about 2K on my rebuild. With that being said, it's got forged internals, you know, Alderbach crank, yeah, Alderbach cam, crank. Don't know how well you guys are in believers, but all the new sensors I put into it, I put Duralast. I am a big Duralast fan. I haven't had too many problems with them. I will suggest them to my friends and family. It is AutoZone's house brand, so we're going to promote them today. They are helping me out a lot with this car. They can get me a lot of parts that I'm having trouble finding. That kind of stuff. So I'm going to show you guys the car now. I'm going to fair warning, it is in a little bit of a rough shape. It does need body work. I am currently in the process of ripping it apart to repair it. So here we go. I'm going to flip the camera around. Give me just a sec here. Oh, man. So here we are back with this car again. As you can see, I've got pretty much everything around the motor disconnected. Kind of hard to tell because some things are a scatter. For the most part, I've got it pretty much prepped and repped to come out. I got some stuff to pull underneath yet, like the drive shaft, the axles, you know, just stuff to disconnect from the tranny for the most part, drop the exhaust, that kind of fun stuff. As you can see, I got the main front bumper core off. Found out this car did have a little bit of rust. A lot more than I figured on the bumper core. So we'll start here. Lift it up. As you can see, this is the reason I had to get a new radiator. Getting old and stuff. But as you can see, this bumper has seen better freaking days. So I'm in the current process of looking for another bumper core for this thing. If nothing else, I will cut away at it, clean it up. I will weld and redo it myself, reinforce it. Bring it back to DOT specs, basically. As you can see, my fender's a little dinged up. Doors do not match the car, but all four doors do match, which is nice. As you can see, this side looks pretty clean. I mean, I ain't got no big problems with it, really. Up until we get to the other side. So I'm going to show you this side first. So you can see, it's just a little dirty. Then as you get down here, kind of hard to tell in the dark. Of course, I don't have no light on me at the moment. You can see that this side here's got some rust going on. It's all surface from what I can tell on this side. So nothing for me to fix. The worst of it is right here on this side. As you can see, it's bubbling out. I might have to cut and do some repairs. In here, it's kind of hard to tell as well, just because it's dark. It's not as rusted as the other side. I'm going to be clear about that. Got a couple dings. So again, I got some body work ahead of me. I am looking for a good body kit for this, guys. So front, rear, and side skirts. All the way around. You know, something decent. I think we're going to smoke out the taillights to make it look better. I am a really big fan of doing that. No, it's not legal in all states, so just check with your state laws. But for the most part, the driver's side is the cleanest. Then we get down to passenger side. As you can see, I need another fender. Car's definitely seen some better days. But here's where I start to get in the body work. My passenger door drops a little bit when I open it. Mainly every time I go to hook up the lower hinge, the bolts on the inside are fucked. Kind of hard to tell. It had been T-boned here on the side at one time. I mean, you could definitely tell in the body right here that it is definitely seen some better days. For the most part, I'm pretty sure the floor plans have been replaced, but we're going to get into that a little more once I get into the car. I am gonna need some body panels. So if you guys know anybody that's got one of these cars, just a shell laying around, you know, it doesn't have to be rust free, but if it's got like light surface rust, I'm gonna need a little bit of body work. This guy here I should be able to cover up, but back here is where I'm more or less worried. As you can see, the rust got toured just a little bit. This side here is the worst with this rear quarter. This one I'm probably going to end up doing a whole new quarter. Or at least a good chunk of it, taking it from like probably this body line here on down. Because, you know, you can see a little bit of scrapage. It's been side swiped. That's why the passenger doors that were on here were taken off. Kid that I got it from only was able to give me one of the doors that was changed once before on the passenger side. Hence the reason the door handle on the passenger side here is white. But it's a pretty clean car otherwise. I do have quite a bit of plans. We are going to tune it. We are going to performance it. It is all-wheel drive. It is the 2002 WRX Impreza. Pre-STI edition. I don't know if I mentioned that to any of you guys. But one of the things that always tips me off is if you look at the seats, they're stamped STI. But another thing that tips me off that's an STI model is that when I had the dash out of this a couple weeks ago, the dash had STI stamping on it. I mean, there's a bunch of add-ins. You guys don't have to believe me if you don't want to. But if you check out the car yourself, I'm pretty sure I can convince you that it is an STI before STI was a thing. So again, we're putting a new clutch in here, we're putting a new radiator, different exhaust, you know, we're doing a little bit of fun stuff to her. I do have body work to do, I do plan to tune it. Motor's already been redone, so we're not going to worry about it unless I run into some issues. I do have a couple of things that once I get the motor back in the car and I get the tuner for it, I'm going to show you guys a couple of tricks. This thing does have a bad hot lead that runs from the battery back to the computer, so it gives me a little bit of issues. One of the first signs is problem A, crankshaft position sensor code will always kick. No matter what you do, you can change the sensor, you can change the pigtail, you can redo the wiring all for it. It will never fix it unless you get the hot lead replaced. Found that out the hard way. I put a lot of money into this car already. With that being said, I hope you guys enjoyed the video, and I will catch you guys on the flip side for the next video. You guys have a great day now. Peace out. Rosary Build. Like and share, man.